In this video, we're going to look at the process for creating dynamic reports within the RPR system. Basically, we're going to be creating reports that will be dynamically updated that we can send through the Real Estate Easier system to our prospects and past clients. Now, if you've never used the RPR system, you're simply just going to go to narrpr.com, and that will then ask you for your NAR ID to create your free account. And again, as long as you're a realtor member, this system is free for you to use. And I would say it's one of the best benefits available to realtors. So after you've logged in, this is going to be the screen that you see here. We're going to click on reports, and this drop-down menu is going to show beta reports. Now, it looks like they are updating the beta report process slightly. So I've noticed a few little quirky things about it that might be ironed out by time you are watching this and creating your own reports. But it's not anything that will affect the information that your clients see or the reports that they see. Let's go ahead and click on beta reports, or beta templates rather. And you can see that these are the templates that are coming pre-built in the system. And these are a few templates that I've played around with to create in the system. Let's go ahead and create a brand new template. We'll do that by clicking seller. And what I would recommend doing if you're creating a property report and for a homeowner, click on seller here. And I'll just put in an address. And we'll just call this property report. Now, what we're going to do next is customize the report, and we'll start with the cover page here. Basically, I don't like to include my office location on the report, so I'm going to go over on the side where it says cover page and select office none and office address none, so you can see that that gets updated. You'll need to do other customizations in order to include your photo, your logo, and stuff like that. Now, to go to the next section, we're going to click back. And over here, you'll see that I've added a bunch of custom pages. And in order to add custom pages like your resume, maybe testimonials, FAQ, stuff like that, you just simply create a PDF, and then you can upload it into the system. And typically, what you might want to do is create a PDF that has similar formatting to the actual RPR reports, just so you have some nice continuity there. I'm going to go ahead and click on Manage Custom Pages. In this case, I only want my resume. I don't want the references or FAQs. This is just going out to current and past clients, so I'm not trying to send them information about listing FAQs and things like that. That would be something that would go out in my pre-listing package typically. So I've customized the custom pages that will go out. Next, you're going to see a bunch of report information here. So let's go down and take a look at what's included. It's going to have the last close price. It's going to have the estimated value and the confidence rating here. I'm going to include basic facts, and this will include details about the property. The property information is showing what the actual report is based on. Again, you're going to go through and you might find that some information is not useful for your clients. It might be information that you don't feel is useful, or you're a data person, you might want to include everything. So part of this is also going to be based on your personality and the type of information that you like to share with your clients. All right, as we're going down through the report, you can see that it's February as we're making this video, so it's showing January information. And we're just going to keep scrolling down to look at what information is included here. Maps, I'm going to go ahead and include the aerial map. Now this is pretty interesting, including the neighborhood information. This is going to show walkability information, averages for the zip code, city, county, state, and the country. So it's kind of fun for people to see how everything measures up and compares that way. Let's see, I'm going to remove that. There it is. All right, so I just want those stats. I don't want the sold home stats. Some of these numbers, you really have to be careful to make sure that they're easy for your prospects to understand, meaning if you are sending this to both single family and condo people, you just want to make sure that they understand that the report's based on single families and condos, or maybe you customize it to only be single families. That when they're looking at the information, just as an example, I might be looking at condo information, which would generally in our market be a lower price, and they might not understand why the prices are lower than what their expectations are for a single family. So that's the importance behind making sure that this is set up properly. I'm going to include schools. I'm going to show sold properties. I'm not going to have the details. I'm just going to show this little grid here, and I will show active listings, and again, just the grid. The reason for not including the property details, it's just too many pages here. I'll leave the pricing summary out. I'm going to leave the CMA information out. I'm going to leave the pricing strategy out, net sheet out. And the last page here, if your broker includes affiliated businesses, unfortunately, you're not able to remove this. It's a broker setting. There are some broker settings in here. So if you're in a small brokerage, you may have the ability to have them changed just by asking your broker. If it's a larger company, you probably can't make those changes. So in the lower left, you can see that I have a 26-page report. I'm just going to scroll through one last time now that I've made all of these adjustments, just to make sure that I'm happy with everything in the report. And there's no right or wrong. You can include whatever information you want here. You might only include 2 or 3 of these pages. I tend to be more of a data person, so I get a kick out of this. You could also do in your email, using the workflow that we put together, is specify which pages or which sections your clients might want to jump to based on their personality type. So far, this is looking good. Market activity. Let's see, where was that one? Well, we'll leave that for now. You can see the side by side. This is comparing it against their property, and we are done. So I'm going to click on Save as a new template. I want to make one other change here. Let's see. I think we can actually change this to only show single family houses. I'm going to pause the recording for a second while I find that setting. All right, and I knew it was here. Under market trends, you can see the property type here. I'm going to go ahead and change this to single family. I only want to show single family information under that section here. Now I'm happy with the report. I'm going to click on Save as Template. I'm going to call this Single Family Property Report. Thought here is you might want to create a second one using the same settings, except for that one drop down. You'll change it to condominium and townhouse. Click on Save. Now I can go back out to my templates. And you can see that I have Single Family Property Report. All right, so that's the first section. We've gone to the RPR system, maybe for the first time, or maybe it's the 100th time for you, and we've created a template here. Now we're actually going to use the template. So let's go ahead and create a template. I'm going to, and again, you could change the report location. So you might change this to 123 Main Street or whatever it is. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and run the report. When I click on Run the Report, this is the gold right here, this dynamic link. What you're going to do is copy the dynamic link. This is kind of neat. You can share it to social and so on, but copy the dynamic link, and we're going to go into the contact record. Under Property Report, we're going to paste that link in and save it. By doing that, what's going to happen is your workflow is going to pick up the fact that this link has been changed. In most cases, it's going to be empty. So by adding a link, it will identify the field as being changed, and it's going to add that person to the workflow automatically for you. And the same thing, of course, would happen if you were adding the community report link. That's all there is. So let's kind of step back out and just do this one more time here. We're going to go back to, Let's start all the way at the beginning here. You just talked to somebody or you've decided to send them a property report. We're just going to go into reports. Now we can go into report templates. You have a single family report. We'll say use this template. You will select an address. All right. And we know that this is a valid address. Okay, so it's going to pull in all of the report information that you put together. We will run the report, get that dynamic link, paste it in the user's information, and the report will go out automatically to them every single, in this case, 45 days. Let's go back to the templates. And if you want to do a market activity report, we can click on that. And down here, we've actually already created a community report, which is basically based off of the market activity report. We'll just call this Watertown, Massachusetts. And we'll just call this Watertown Report. Again, you can customize the report however you'd like. And when you click on Run Report, you get this dynamic link here. And that is the link that you would paste into your contacts record. All right, so there's a little bit of setup the first time that you go through. And of course, in order to set the person up on the report, you have to go in and enter their address and such. But once you've done it, it's done. So hopefully this will help you, whether or not you're using Real Estate Easier. But of course, using the system will send it out automatically for you, which is pretty neat. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.